So we are headed into July. I know that I understand that July is like wrapping up old karma, and I feel like that is going to be true. We do have a blue moon this coming month in the sign of Capricorn. We had a Capricorn full moon in June, and then we have another Capricorn full moon in July. So that should be interesting. We are going from Cancer season into Leo season this month. So we will go from watery energy in the cosmos into fire and air. And of course we have the Neptune retrograde in Pisces, and the Saturn retrograde in Pisces is also starting in a few days. So the month of July should be interesting. We will get into the mode of consciously creating. Okay, just gonna sage before I read. Just doing a general reading here on this channel. I have sprayed my sage spray, cleansing the area. With the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands. Spirit, what message do you have concerning manifestations for July? The Nine of Coins. Spirit, what message do you have for manifestation for July of 2024? What message do we have for the collective? All right, so I have pulled the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Coins, we have the Six of Swords in reverse, the Princess of Cups in reverse, the Seven of Coins upright, the Four of Coins, the Queen of Swords. She most definitely looks sure of herself, does she not? The Five of Wands, maybe that's a little block there, that energy, and the Judgment. So, I mean, with a few retrogrades going on, including at the end of July, we have Chiron retrograde back into Aries. So the healing of the self is most definitely an area of reflection also for us as we reflect on our journey and where we've been. It is a nice feeling to come to a place where we feel safe to look backwards because we're no longer in a situation. So therefore, it's like you can be less judgmental. You know, this is the Judgment card at the end of this reading. You can be less judgmental as you're coming away from periods of time where, you know, perhaps things weren't going as well as you thought they would. You know, life didn't take a path or come together the way, you know, you thought it would be coming together. You know, unfortunately, we don't always get a smooth path in life. So I feel like we can reflect on our journey most definitely in July. We're going to have a few planets retrograde. So, you know, 2 are retrograde the beginning of the month, which, you know, would be in the sign of Pisces. I'm still feeling out the month of July. I'll probably make several videos getting into the mode of July and what is ahead of us. So we have the 6 of Swords at the beginning of this reading here. This is the card of the new horizon. However, it's a little bit blocked, and that does seem appropriate as, you know, when you're in the mode of out with the old energy, you're going to be focusing on what you are letting go of. So it's like, you know, we let go to grow. And, you know, people say that part of any process is deciding what is not true before you can come to a place where you decide what in fact is true. So it's like we go through these processes where we like unlearn and we take things apart. And, you know, as we take things apart and we reflect, we come to understand things more clearly. So, you know, you can't go to the new horizon if you're decluttering, you know, and if you're letting go. So it's like a process, you know. There's something we should be doing before we move on to the next phase. Okay, we have the Princess of Cups in reverse. The Princess of Cups in reverse. This is the card of self-forgiveness. So, you know, that's part of life. We do have to forgive ourselves for not knowing, you know, if we took a certain path, it would come out a certain way, you know, and not understanding that we could law of attract the wrong experiences by not being fully healed or aware, or, you know, not being as evolved as we could have been. But I mean, life is about growth anyways. So it's like we do have to forgive. We have to forgive ourselves. I feel like when this is in the reverse, you must remain focused, you know. Remember that, you know, we are all, each and every one of us are human beings. We make mistakes. You know, we don't set out to make mistakes. Sometimes our actions are good and it's our reactions that are not good. You know, sometimes you know, we are just unprepared for the path ahead of us and not knowing everything involved, you know, but life goes on, you know. People make mistakes all the time and they move on with their lives. Okay, the Seven of Coins is a card of financial evolution, and that definitely does seem appropriate as this is a card of continued growth. So, you know, growth is continuing. You know, there could be karma that's clearing and growth that is occurring, you know, and it could be in the realm of finances and gaining new skills, climbing the ladder, just progress in general. You know, sometimes, you know, we go at a crossroads and, you know, maybe we choose the career, you know, maybe the career is a good choice, you know, but it's not always a fast process. And sometimes we have to learn new skills to progress to the next level. But honestly, if we are not striving, you know, we could be deceiving ourselves also, because, you know, not striving to grow and develop and succeed could mean that the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle runs its course, and then you can hit that crossroad that you don't want to be at, you know. So sometimes you do have to take risks in life, you know, calculated risks, you know. Sometimes you do need to take risks in life, and you'll be rewarded later for that. The Four of Coins upright. You know, this card is it's talking about the card of the blocked soul. I mean, you know, we have the heart chakra represented, and we have the coins represented as well. So, you know, sometimes we, you know, feel obstructed, and, you know, we stock up on things, you know, so we can not feel stuck or deprived or do without. So it's like people do turn to materialism, you know, believing that if they have enough resources, they will be okay. If your calling is to enjoy what you have, be grateful and reinvest in yourself and others. You know, so, you know, in the whole scenario of investing, you have to keep doing it. You know, it's, you know, it's something that you have to keep doing. And, you know, it just feels like sometimes you feel stuck and you feel deprived and you feel like, you know, you're not moving, but maintaining and having stability is not being stuck. So it's like there's a flow to life, you know. We have a give and take. We have to give, you know, and, you know, we receive, we give, we receive, and we give. And so it's like we have this process going on all the time, and it's just, it's life. It's this earthly existence that we are in fact living. Okay. The Queen of Swords is the card of the cold, hard truth. You know, we do live on the earth plane. And on the planet Earth, you know, we've got materialism going on and a survival, you know, instinct and, you know, things of that nature. So, yes, sometimes we feel like we have to protect what is ours, because if we can't protect ourselves, who will protect us? And, you know, it makes sense. You know, sometimes there is a severing of ties. There's ethics, there's integrity. You know, sometimes you have to be decisive on what it is that you need to do for yourself, because you have to protect yourself and people interested in your care, and you have to prioritize, you know, and sometimes you don't know if people have your best interest or not. The meditation here is step back and ask one of your relatives to come forward and speak to you. So assuming that you have ancestors on the other side, what did you learn from this aspect of yourself? Can you see any new ideas? What have you created from this information? So yeah, the Queen of Swords, she has the ability to face any enemy, and she has the ability to cut ties if she needs to, you know. Okay, the Five of Wands is the card of mixed messages, and it is in reverse here. So sometimes there is soul searching. I kind of feel like if we do have retrogrades in July, that there is time spent in reflection, and you know, like the planet Neptune being retrograde. Supposedly Neptune is kind of a spacey planet, and so if it goes retrograde, you know, you're getting into that reflection with that Neptunian energy, you know. And then, you know, with Saturn in Pisces retrograde, you know, there's could be a chance that you might want to feel unguarded, but I feel like being disciplined to watch your boundaries is a positive thing. Okay, so, I mean, we manifest. Okay, this is a 5th chakra message, and sometimes we manifest things without realizing that we are in fact manifesting something, you know. And then followed by that is the Judgment in reverse, you know, which you know, the Judgment in reverse. It's the 6th chakra. I'm sorry, it's the 7th chakra, not the 6th. Yeah, so it's the 7th chakra being represented. And, you know, with this card being upright, it is wisdom, improvement, appreciation, realization, release, harmony, acceptance, unity. In reverse, reflection, unlearned lessons, self-criticism, inability to forgive, missed opportunities, not feeling positive towards the universe. But we do, you know, we're being told to try to have positive relationships with the universe. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands here. Okay, so this is a card of strength. I really do feel like this reading is about boundaries. And I do feel like to consider yourself more valuable and productive, and to put a stronger sense of self-worth around yourself as far as your personal growth, you know, considering yourself more sacred, and, you know, respecting your health and respecting your well-being, and all aspects of you as a human, you know, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially. You know, you look at all the aspects of life, and it's like if we have poor boundaries in any of those areas and we fail to look out for ourselves, we could attract situations where people are also not looking out for our best interest. And so it's like you do have to have strength here. The 7 of Wands is about having personal strength of character, and I feel like this card shows a self-respecting human, and I feel like you know, like over here, we could, you know, be mistaken and let down our boundaries and our guard and create a situation where we didn't learn from our mistakes, and we act with poor boundaries, not honoring ourselves, because sometimes we do have to honor ourselves. And, you know, self-respecting people can respect themselves and other people. So there's like an interconnection with honoring yourself and others. So I feel like this card is telling us to have that resolve. In July, we can have that resolve. We can work in faith. We can be, we could have some forcefulness as far as, you know, knowing our own direction, taking our leadership. If we take our leadership seriously and step into what we're supposed to be doing, I feel like we're on a right path. And so for those of us that are called to lead, you know, we have to understand that we consider our responsibilities sacred and what we must do as sacred. And so you know, in understanding the seriousness of, you know, your callings in life, whatever you feel called to do, I feel like you're in a better space. So to me, this card really jumps out. We also have the Nine of Coins. Okay, yeah, and the Nine of Coins is about taking your personal inventory. You have to know your strengths and your weaknesses, and you know, while being more of a pushover in the past was a way of life sometimes for some of us, we move into another space in life where we have to be more outspoken, and failure to have good boundaries results in not only yourself getting hurt, but other people as well. And so, you know, the card of the cold, hard truth here, which is actually representing one of the highest chakras, is telling us something very specific. All of these cards are speaking very strongly about, you know, the failure to learn your lessons, you know, could end up in a bad outcome. So it's like a warning, you know, and it's like putting awareness onto the fact that, you know, by being unguarded, you could manifest a situation that is not in your best interest. But by being focused on the bottom line and the cold hard truth and the reality of, you know, life, you know, we do have to push for a certain level of success, because, you know, being unsuccessful and failing to see a person's strengths and weaknesses could put a person into a position that doesn't serve them. So it's like failure to take that personal inventory could end up costing. So making wise financial choices, it can mean investing in memories and not things. Sometimes it's non-material. Okay, because this is about personal pleasure here. So, you know, I mean, it's true that we could, by choosing not to recognize the fact that life is about enjoyment also, you know, we deal with the life force and wellness and so many other things here, as this is an orange card representing the second chakra here. You know, and it's like life is just so fascinating as far as trusting your gut. I mean, we're talking about independence here, security, ownership. We're talking about the life force. You know, we can tap into universal energy even with the second chakra. Everything's connected. So whatever your guidance system is, whoever your guides are, you need to be in touch with them as, you know, you need to feel. You need to feel in life, and you need to know where things were off balance. You know, we can't be stuck in the higher chakra and not experience the other end, because everything is connected. So, I mean, you know, we can't be like in a dream world, you know, where we are, you know, disillusioned and not focused. You know, we sometimes need to see the cold, hard truth. You know, we also need to, you know, direct our energies in the right way. I mean, it's true. Like you get caught in this cycle with trying to have enough resources and, you know, have enough of everything that you need, you know, to feel like you're just, you know, going in circles, or, you know, like you're not progressing, you feel stuck. And here in this card, we talk about personal pleasure too. So it's like, you know, life has a, you know, a balance from the lower chakras all the way up to the higher chakras. And there's a reason why people study the chakras. You know, there's a reason why, you know, we look at the root chakra, and, you know, and the, you know, the second chakra, the third chakra, the fourth chakra, you know, going up, you know, because this human experience is so involved, you know. I'm going to pull from the angel deck, and I'm going to post this message. I have carried on for quite some time. I'm gonna have to get a computer again, a real one. Flow. So yeah, just go with the flow. You'll know. Yeah, we need love. We need money. We need that sense of gratitude. And fairy wings, that's about enjoying life, you know. Okay, so yeah, keep your focus. You know what you need to do. You know, there's parts of life where it's not always pleasant, and you feel like, you know, you have to have an abundance of this particular item to make everybody happy, and you have to, you know, keep things going and go with the flow. And, you know, life really is about the manifestation, this earthly life. You know, poverty is not an enlightened experience. You know, if you've been at the bottom, if you've been at a low place, poverty is not anything high vibe. It can be very low vibe, you know. You know, being filthy rich could be not the most positive experience either. But, you know, surviving in this world, being grateful, trying to make the right choices, that's important. So this is my message for July. I feel like we still are clearing karma. We are learning to get wiser, be aware that we could manifest the wrong experience if we were not consciously aware of what's important and putting things in proper place. So this is my message for the month of July as a general collective message. Thanks for watching. May you have a beautiful month.